All right, so here we are. The sun is setting. So the lighting, I suspect, will be kind of freaking out while it doesn't know what to do. That's okay, let's review some games. So I got 3 games here queued up. This first one is sent in by Peter. Peter's playing white. And here, let's also make the tree a little bit more visible here, just in case we need to move around. And so far, okay, up to here, everything's pretty normal. This is a little bit strange of a shape for black to make, just because this the Shamari is facing the white stone. Usually want to make a wall in terms of height facing your own stones. It's a little strange for black because now white should probably play something here, or maybe here, or even here, or even here. Like, all these are acceptable moves that I would expect to just see something on the side of the board, right? Black is saying this side of the board is more important. So when you play over here, Peter, you're sort of playing on the wrong side of the board, just because you know, black only has one stone over here. It doesn't have this sort of already start to like a wall formation that black's working on. So that's all. Black backs off. That's fine. White jumps in immediately. No need to jump in here. We have a low black stone and another black stone, and they're both on the same side of the board. If instead, let's say we come back here and take this point, and then black plays here, white's still completely happy with this game. Even though black has more solid territory than white, black has very little influence throughout the board. It's white who's expanded much more rapidly. So don't be scared of this type of thing at all. I'd much prefer to play white in this kind of game. Especially considering that there's still really good reduction and invasion points for basically white to do. Like, all these points are all playable to reduce. What else? I guess we could also play that one. Or that one. Like, these, look at all the moves we have to reduce black here. These are all valid. So even though black has more quote-unquote territory, black's influence is very limited. And so it's a little bit of bad direction. And especially the fact that when black plays here, white can only make a very small base. So we don't really want to play that. Black ignores. I think that's okay. I think this is nice direction. If we wanted to play locally, we could play there. I think that's probably the best move locally. But I think ignoring is actually quite a strong move. And just deal with this later. Okay, that's okay. Black's asking for more. At this point, I would kind of expect white to play a move here. Although, actually, this is okay too. If they just play out Joseki, which, oh, they don't. What do they play instead? Okay, and that's not really Joseki. If black does play Joseki, white still has good reduction moves here. You know, can even just do something like this and just sort of lightly reduce from the outside. But here, this move is very dubious for black because we've left a giant invasion point right there. Oh, and you might say, well, you see that move all the time, because you'll see this black stone makes the same exact shape, and it still leaves the exact same invasion point. But the difference is, if white invades, this stone is actually quite flexible because it can jump out to A. It can also jump in at B or even attach at C. So this stone is very flexible. So when it invades, black has a lot of good responses. In this formation, when white invades, black really only has the ability to attach or jump out. Right? We've lost the whole live locally kind of variations. So. This is why we don't see this type of shape with A, B, and C here. We almost never see this type of move. All right, Peter, this move is bad. I like the idea of making a base and even pressuring this group. I have to stop using letters. I like letters today, and I don't know why. Let's go use squares. So we have squares and letters. I should like remove letters at some point, huh? How do we remove things? We just do that, I guess. Okay, all right, let's go back to squares. Squares are good. This move is, you know, you're threatening black's base here a little bit, but it's on the second line, so it's a very slow move, right? We want to play moves that are a little bit faster. And meanwhile, we also have Let's keep it on squares. Black actually threatening to make something very large over here. So a move around here would actually help reduce the potential for this, as well as making the base. So I would play here. If we were going to play on this side, I would play there without too much thought. Here, let's see what black responds. Black blocks locally, but this is not the only response for black. Black could actually come on top and maybe come and threaten to attack this stone later on. This move is also very playable for black, and it looks like you can make a base here quite easily. But the reality is it's not that hard for black to just sort of connect to stones, and I guess you get all this nice stuff out of it. I don't know. Black still keeps the corner. White's area is still a little cramped. Playable. This is what I would expect to happen. What did happen? Oh, right. Black blocked. When black blocks here, I think you should immediately just come in here like this. And just see if you get another response. And if you do, then try to surround him from the outside. I think this would probably be the strongest way of playing for white right now, if black is just feeling passive. But white plays there. That feels a little strange. Oh my gosh, and black tanukis. Oh, but there's a huge move. Let's use circles now instead of squares. There's a huge move here, here, or here, as well as here. These are all like huge points right now that involve the safety of this white group and this black group. So when we have two groups that are getting kind of weakish on the board, we know there's very important moves to stabilize, or whoever stabilizes first, I should say, takes precedence. Becomes very important. So here, I think white should tanuki here. I would just play here, possibly even here, and just threaten to seal in. Let's say we play some sort of variation like this. We can come back here and actually just seal black in. This would be a very large move. Okay, so white pincers, it's okay. It's okay. I see you're trying to develop this directly, and that's okay. But again, I would either tanuki or find a move that makes sure that you take sente, either here or here. So this actually doesn't necessarily guarantee sente. Ooh, okay. So this move is a little bit strange for black. I think white should actually just do this again. Again, you're still sort of looking for sente. And if you get this, then you get it, and we can come back and maybe start threatening these kinds of things. Maybe we can go all the way to there, but at least there. Black's area is very, very cramped. And if black tries to do something down here, we can always get that in for free. I don't know. Black, this is a very unhappy corner for black. This is supposed to be black's corner, and it's going to be worth exactly about 6 points. So, all right, what happened? All right, so you did that. Black came underneath. Does black need to come underneath, I guess, is my question. What happens about this clamp? This is the exciting variation. Actually, there's two exciting variations here because white could also turn here. And this is also an exciting variation. Yeah, this is actually tough reading. Very tough. And it looks like white has, well, white can start this ladder, right? But it goes to this corner black stone. And white can always just come underneath calmly. But black can lean here first and then come back and capture a stone. I guess black dies in the corner here. Maybe black can't do this. But it looks like black could. I'm going to have to think about this. This is actually a more interesting variation. I don't know. If black plays here, this feels really timid for black. I really want black to fight more. Maybe we just do this. That way white's move over here isn't as strong. If we play here and then play here. This is, again, very tough reading. This would be really strange sequence. Let's see. Can't quite play here, right? Because white just comes here. And I think is fine. Oh, maybe not. White can't quite do that, huh? Oh, no, white can do that, but then gets attacked over here. There's a free Atari there. Okay, I might have to look that up. Again, this is just not common. this extension. Normal Joseki sequences here. This is the one that everybody knows and plays like 100% of the time. Very, very common Joseki. Right here, just to go through the actual Joseki, right here, block, extend, extend, come underneath, block, connect, connect, jump. Like that's the Joseki. But when black plays here, again, it just looks very strange to my eye. So in the game we did this. Feels like an overplay. Oh, I wonder if we just cut directly. White wants to play there. If we play there, can we play here? Not quite. Not quite. Looks like white's fine. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well that's interesting. Anyway, black played really timid. Ooh, okay, why do you need to play here? You don't need to seal black in here. This is going to leave a lot of shape point problems later. We don't want to leave defects like this if we can all help it. And you're going to get a good enough result just by playing here. The really important things to think about when you play this is that you're trying to develop this whole side of the board, as well as maybe connect or reach out to that stone. If you're playing this move, you're asking to reach out to this stone, develop this side of the board, and quite honestly, with these cuts here, you can't possibly defend everything. This is just kind of insanity here. Black's going to be able to invade here and attack and use this Aji over here later on. So black comes there. Oh, we have a white Tanuki. White decides to come back here. Well, this is blocking is a really big move. Again, there's these cuts here too. Okay, yep, shape. Yeah, I think the move here is here. Again, the problem, now you've done it already once here, as when you've played here, you've left yourself a defect. And so you actually need another move here. You're actually committed to playing 2 moves here to fix this defect. But then white will get another move, something like this. And it looks like black will get the corner and get out, although there's still lots of Aji in here. So here's I guess what your lesson is going to be, Peter, I think, is sometimes you hane a little bit too aggressively and leave and you watch your opponent's defects more than your own. And I want you to think about more about your opponent's defects. Oh no. Why isn't black just at least doing this? Why maybe black is thinking that black will get to do this later and attack somehow? Okay. All right, fine. All right, well, let's see what happens. White fixes a defect. Well, that's good. Is it the right defect to fix? You might consider fixing this way, but this is good too. It just leaves some Aji. They both leave Aji, I guess. There's not... I don't know which one's better. Never mind. I take it all back. Okay, so black plays this move. And this move is very big, especially because there's still this cut here, or this Atari here. So this actually puts a lot of pressure on white. But now, when white responds here, black knows to take the Atari this way. Okay, black's going to keep building. Now after white connects, yeah, white's going to come back and not fear this anymore. Yeah, oops, no, don't close, stay away, don't close. Yeah, actually, so after white fixes here, this move is really big. It's basically Sente. It's worth a few points in the corner. If white chooses to try to expand, right, you just jump up and now all of a sudden this area is under attack, or at least has the potential to be attacked by black. So black's a little greedy here, which is good for you because then you get to seal off. Yep, that's okay. Right, very risky invasion by black. This does have the potential to actually threaten the base of these stones, but usually to do that we need a black stone here. Oh, very sad move, Peter. Can't play here. No, this is a really good opportunity for you to recognize a key principle of Go. This is basically a weak stone, right? It has no real base, it has no real friends. And white also has an invasion point over here, which will isolate these 2 stones that will have no friends and no base. So when white has all these weak groups, you don't want to just make a base, you need to split. And there's a lot of different ways we can split. Or maybe split's the wrong word. I guess threaten two things at the same time. Maybe that's good. I kind of like a move like this right here. Because what you'd really like, let's say black tries to run this way, you go, you know what, black, that's great. You keep running that way. And if black wants to keep running that way, you just let him, because this giant wall is basically a giant net. Although I guess there is this way to capture two stones. Maybe you can't quite net that. I guess you can always play here, but then you have this problem to work with. All right, so maybe you can't play that one, but you play this one, and then we play here, and that works. Black connects, you can fix, and I'm not really sure how black's going to run over here. So there's not really a whole lot of place for black to run to. So if we assume that, black might have to run this way. But you know what? This is also fine, because at this point now I can play here. And yes, this sort of destroys the potential for this invasion. But now where's black going to run to this way? There's not really any good place for black to run to. So basically, if black doesn't want these two stones to get separated, this stone's going to have a really hard time running around. So when you play here, it's a very sad move. It's very sad. It's like, oh, please don't hurt me, black. Your stone is all-powerful and almighty. I will cower in fear before you, even though you have weaknesses and are not infallible. Very sad, Peter. Very sad. All right, so black jumps up. Hey, this is actually really nice, because this helps build this giant area, and it threatens to connect to the stone, right? This move is basically like passing. You jump up. Does that work? Because this is the weak point, obviously, right? Have you read this out when you played it? I don't know. When you jump up, the shape looks real suspect, though. If you're not going to have Aji now, you're going to have Aji there later for sure. Black just doesn't care. Oh, I think black needs to spend some more time looking for weaknesses, but this is okay. I mean, the idea is consistent, right? We're just going to really build, you know, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, by potentially up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially up to like a 63-point block here plus the corner. Yeah, that's pretty significant. You're going to defend. Oh, black's move's too wishy-washy. I think black should have played there. Let's talk about your defense. If you're going to defend here, you should just defend here. This actually, you know, puts black in a little bit harder of a shape issue, because now you can build something big, even though you're pushing from behind. When you play here, you're not really actually limiting black's potential, right? Because black just plays here. And I'm not sure if you want to actually really be able to fight this with this stone here. The stone will be useful. Feels like something like this. Of course, black could just play right here now and test and see if you want to try to keep that. Maybe you can fight. Maybe you can fight. But even if you can fight, black still just plays there. And in this case, would you rather have a stone here, or rather have a stone here? I think the answer is you'd rather have a stone here, right? Because if black still has the same response, you can actually get in. So anyway, yeah, I think you just have to push here directly if you're going to play this way, which I'm still not sure is correct. Yeah, it's probably what I would play, though. This move's kind of silly. Just lets white in. But you decide to go in from that way. It's okay, but it's a little inconsistent. You're letting black sort of get away with playing this really shapeless move. Okay, so black's going to try to cut you off. Oh, yeah, good. So white's going to fight, cause trouble. And white's all but out now. Black's going to keep trying to expand. Actually, it does start to seal this group in. So, okay. Man, I'm not sure about that, Hane. The problem with this Hane is you still have too many defects over here. I really don't like this shape you ended up with for white, right? This unprotected Hane is really not that good. So now we have another cut to watch out for. This is a little bit strange of a move, but here we'll go with it. What did you do instead? You came in further. Are we at all worried about this cut, now that basically you can't get out this way? This is what I would be scared of, is this cut right here. Oh, but black responded in kind. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. If black just cuts right now, you can continue pushing in like this and get all the way there. But then what? This is, I guess there's still Aji in here, but it's much more difficult to live. Right now you're just praying to the Aji gods that you have enough Aji to live. So yeah, I see this as very risky. I wouldn't have had any problem whatsoever of just connecting, because you kind of want black to come back and defend. If black comes back and defends, then you get to build your big thing like this. And you're pretty strong here now with this type of shape. Okay, but black, I don't know what black was doing. Black was just letting you come in very kindly. Okay, still, what about this cut? This is still really dangerous. You have any other responses to this cut? Oh, I guess you do this. Do this peep. Yeah, I guess I have to get these two moves in. This looks quite nice. Cool. Black have any other responses? Black really can't do a lot. Because if black just gets out this way, this is no good. This doesn't really work at all. Because white's out too, and black's actually, well, maybe, I don't know. I didn't quite read all the variations here. Maybe it's a fair exchange. Actually, if anything, it's probably a good exchange for white, because you can follow up there and kill or capture these three. But then you have this giant black group in the middle. Interesting. Interesting. Black's defending, so you got black a little bit on the run. And you push up. Cool. Yep. So we can threaten these three stones. It feels like black really wanted to get in one extra Hane at some point here. This move would have been very useful. So, oh gosh, you got black on the run. Oh, no, that's an empty move. Play here. This is where you're weak. This is where black can take advantage of your shape. So I think you need to play this way. And over here, I don't even think you care if black captures this, right? Because then you just play something like here. And, you know, you can let black sort of come in here and eat this if you want, because you, my friend, are looking at getting all of this. Just hugeness. Here, oh man. Feels like there's a lot of Aji for black to exploit to sort of squirm around in here. Yep, starting there. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, black cut you off. Oh, weak move. Why didn't black play this? This move's much stronger. Much more active. You defend there. Okay, we still have this problem, right? I guess it's really nothing yet, because, well, no, I guess it is, because there's this real weakness over here. There's still trouble over here because of this move, right? This unprotected cut. It's still sort of haunting us. This is strange. I think if black wants to come in here... Well, first of all, I think it feels like black should just come this way somehow. Maybe even super simple like this. All black's super strong, so black can actually just play a little bit stronger too. What else should black do? I don't know. But probably not that. I'm not sure what this move accomplishes. It actually just helps white fix everything. Probably just play there. Now white's fixed. But if black comes in again, you don't care, you just build. Hane? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's actually probably better, right? Because, I don't know, makes black play again. Yep. Yep. Oh, this is still empty over here, right? Because black still has this move. Okay. So black's playing very slow moves, actually kind of helping white take points. Oh, does this work? What if black plays here? I'm not sure your move, this clamp, is that good. Feels like this is good enough to me. Oh, but black didn't try anything. Black just kind of went there. Oh, there is still a little bit of this funniness. All right, white wants to connect. Yeah, but really nothing. Yeah, really not much. Not much. Okay. But black's going to try it anyway. Yep. Oh, black's going to try that as well, apparently. Black's is trying things. How come this works for black? Shouldn't we just counter peep? If black goes there, we just go there. No problem. Right? Yeah, you missed a really good opportunity right here. This move is an overplay for black. You don't have to defend, sadly. This play here. And if black gets out that way... Actually, we should read this out first, right? Because this is the real way. This is the way that matters. Can we cut? Oh, well, tricky, very tricky. Well, this is exciting. This is very dangerous. Let's say black just gives it up. And then black can come there and cut that off. And white can push once. All right, so in this variation, we just exchanged these 4 stones for these 7 stones. Who got more? Yeah, I guess that's good for black, but not that good for black. I mean, we got plenty of compensation here. So I guess this move is kind of more complicated than it looks, because there are these other crazier variations. But I guess... is that best? Or is it best to kill the Aji this way? I suspect it's better to play this way. Yeah, because white gets more free stuff, which you took advantage of. This feels small at this point. I bet blocking here is much bigger. Yeah, because that's not quite Santtu, but it's a good move. Nope, this is the wrong shape. You should play here, right? Or, actually, I think you can even play here and just seal in. This is no... Well, has a little bit of a potential for a problem, because there's this Atari or this Atari you might have to watch out for later if this gets pushed in. But it's really not that big of a deal. So I think this side was actually bigger. Yeah, and black gets another free move here. Is that Santtu? White said yes, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced this move was Santtu. You're very strong here now. So come back and block. Or even this way. Very big move. Okay, that's not a lot. Blocking was bigger. Oh, that's a very small move. This way. Why not here? Like, black can't really do this, right? This is just death. Do you know this kind of shape? Just death. So you missed an opportunity here. Although black can't really respond. Ooh. Does black get to play that? What happens here? This is like kind of complicated, but not really that complicated. Oh, we might be able to kill everything. If we just connect, that's a false eye now. We play there. Black has 1 eye. Black to get a 2nd eye. Oh, we just do that as black, huh? I guess that works. All right, so never mind, that's craziness. But I bet there's some non-crazy real variations in here. Let's say we play there. Oh, can we play there? Right, yeah, this move makes it not work a little bit. If we go there and there, what's the capture race? Capture race is 3-2 with an eye. So if we literally have like anything else over here, this cut just works. Like, even if this is just defended somehow, this cut just works. Man, I wish this was not Hane. Or what? Black just couldn't Atari this. White that way. Again, blocking is still really big, but this is okay. Okay. Yep. Good. Okay. Oh, black gave up a little bit extra. Oh, you want to fight a Ko. Oh, I think you could be happy with not fighting a Ko here and just keeping Sente. Let's see what score estimate says. Score estimate says 8.5 extra for white. Yeah, and if you keep well, right now it's giving you a little bit of generous stuff around here. And maybe a little bit generous to black here and there. So yeah, if you just keep Sente, you don't actually need to fight some sort of crazy Ko. You have enough points. Yeah, so you're thinking, hey, look, I got into black's territory, except now black's just going to destroy this. Oh, nope, you blocked. Oh, so you didn't get into black's territory at all. That doesn't work. Nope, that's not going to work. This is very, very optimistic playing. Very, very optimistic playing. Here's the good news, though. Like, this is like the first move I've seen you do that was like blatantly like you're. Oh, now I realize you're 16K, right? I mean, most of your moves are actually pretty reasonable looking. You know, at least a few stones stronger. This move is being really optimistic. Like, there's this giant black power things here everywhere that are just going to eat you. I'm not sure where you're going to get 2 eyes. That's completely unnecessary. All black has to do is basically just play this, and you have nowhere to go. I mean, there's just nowhere for you to go. I don't even think black has to play that, quite honestly. I think this is Tanukiable. I don't think white can live in here, even with a free move. I think black could just play that. But all right, we'll humor ourselves. Yep, sure. Nope. What? Well, first of all, black shouldn't have poked in there. Black's trying really hard to take away the false eye, and actually this also threatens to just capture the whole thing. But still, this is completely unnecessary. Oh, okay, so black can play there to capture. But shouldn't do it right way. Should poke at this first here, or even just here. Anything, just poke at it so it can't get any other eyes. Yes, nice move. Give up these. Did you have to connect? I think it's better to just come under here. You might actually have lived now because black wasted 2 moves capturing a part that wasn't important. Black plays a slow move. Why no Hane? You should probably Hane. Oh my gosh, you're gonna live. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. It turns out both of you were 16K. You know, it's hard to tell until now. This is like for the most part, you're playing, you know, reasonable moves for, you know, again, like I said, players a few stones stronger. Until now, both of you are just falling to pieces here. I guess the late game 16Q go is happening. Is that necessary? I don't think that's necessary. But sure. Apparently we're in the crazy part of the game where things like this start happening. All right, now black's going to try to do it to you. Black is saying, you can do a crazy invasion that somehow works. I'm going to do a crazy invasion that somehow works. You don't even need to take the shape. Just cut it off. You are so strong. When you have these stones, which cannot be killed, these stones, which basically black might be able to get 1 move that threatens them, because it might be able to cut them off from here. All you have to do is black cut. You're so strong, right? You have nothing to worry about. I guess there is this Hane, which is a little bit of a problem. But it's not too much of a problem, really. But again, it's the fact that black still has this Atari that's really annoying. Anyway, you took away the eye space. Okay. If you're going to continue to play here, I think this is good enough. Or actually, you could even just do... Wait, go 1 more here. I'll show you a shape. Just play here, right? Because this basically fixes your connection here. And black still has a problem. Okay, so black gives up. Oh, no, black doesn't give up. That's not a move. You don't need to cut that off. These are all just dead. Black has no way to make these alive. Oh man, like look at this capturing race, right? You have 2 liberties, 1, 2, 3 liberties on your group. Like there's actually no way for black to kill you. It's true black can get a couple forcing moves, but again, having stones here and here will actually take that away. Or take the usefulness of those away. Alright, so you took away the shape anyway. It's okay. Oh, and I presume resign. Yeah, especially after you live down here, there's no points for black. I mean, no, at least nothing big as what you have, for sure. So anyway, so I'm impressed, Peter. I am hard. Let's see. Let's just go through one more time to see where else did you play a real 16Q move. You know, even though I said this is unoptimal, like I would expect every, you know, players up through 5Q or even better to play here. Like this isn't a bad move. This is a little strange looking, but it's not 16K bad. And again, I guess 16Q really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if you made it to 16Q, I mean, you've already accomplished a lot in your Go career. But certainly compared to most of the students I'm used to teaching, you know, you're not that far away, at least for a while. All right, so I guess this was a 16Q move. And when you do it down here, that's a 16Q move. Let's see, moves that are truly 16Q. Again, even this actually worked out really well for you, this variation. This is not quite a 16Q move, maybe a 12Q. This move is strange, but again, it's not 16Q kind of strange. Same thing with that one. This one actually shows good board awareness, even though the shape is a little suspect. Yeah, I mean, this is your next 16Q move. All right, so far you've had 2 16Q moves. And then that one, I mean, these are all pretty reasonable. I mean, this one's strange, but again, probably not 16Q strange. I really like this attachment, actually. Although you probably don't actually need it. There are so many things in here that you can do. You can even just do this. And just say, hey, black, do you want to connect? And just keep going in. I don't know, there's so many things in here that are all perfectly fine for you. When's the next 16K move? Maybe? Nah, not even that one's reasonable. It's not best for sure, but yeah, most of this is pretty reasonable. You get away with a little bit of madness after that clamp. Yeah, I mean, this is most players would, I mean, of your level would certainly just play there and not try to fight back. This is another good instinct, though. When your opponent plays a move like this, before you just blindly connect something in shame, see if there's a good way to fight back. And even if you get an exchange, you got an exchange, right? It's not like you didn't, I mean, in the end, it might not have been fair. And the variation we played out where black got these 7 stones, but you got these 4 stones, that's really not a bad exchange for you, even though technically black killed more stones. I mean, your territory is actually worth more. All right, that was the variation. That's not the game. Like, whoa. All right, so we did this, where instead of getting these 4 stones, we just got 1, sort of in Gote. Black played there, which was bad. All right, there's this move. This move maybe is a 16Q move. You really don't need it. I think you're reading something like, here, let's play a move over here. You're reading something like this. But what does black do now? I mean, I don't think black really has anything. I mean, it's complicated for sure, but you can always just come back and capture 2 stones, and everything else to black is still dead over here. So maybe that's tough reading, so you're being extra safe. This is a little bit too small. Shouldn't connect, should go play a bigger move. Yeah, and again, there's still potential for lots of terrible things to happen, but even this was good. Except this, yeah, you got a little too creative here. So anyway, really, oh yeah, this was stupid. You're not stupid, but this is so optimistic. Like maybe I'm not good at reviewing Q games because, you know, I look at this move and I go, well, this is completely suicidal. Like, in no planet is this move going to work for white. But then in a 16Q game, it totally does, because black is preoccupied with killing these 3 stones. So I'm still going to call that a 16K move. I'm still going to call it a bad move. And then yeah, you kind of get away with murder there. So really, you know, this is a really good game. I mean, I think there are only 3 moves that I would say were 16Q or worse. So anyway, nice job, Peter. Let's look at another game. Well, let's drink some tea. This tea is actually, I have to mention it because this is a white tea pu'er, which I believe is pretty rare. You know, I don't know anyone who's ever even. This is the first time I've ever seen white tea pu'er. So those of you who don't know, this is, you know, white tea leaves or white tea is made from like the fresh tea leaves that you can only harvest like at a special time during the year, and they're you know, just have a slightly more delicate flavor, and you know, it's something that only happens once a year. And then pu'er is a Chinese way of sort of aging the tea leaves or fermenting the tea leaves. And so, you know, these things have to be sort of collected and molded and then you know, fermented for several years. So it's sort of like drinking the whiskey of tea, I guess, or the fine you know, single malt Scotch of tea. So it's very delicious. It's probably one of the fanciest teas I've ever drank. White tea pu'er. Anyway, this game is sent in by Steven. I think Steven is black here. So here we'll do, just like the last game, we'll do a little game. We'll count how many 16Q moves Steven makes. Even though Steven is not 16Q, he's 7Q. Yeah, we'll see if he can make any 16Q moves for us. Hopefully not. So we get a 5-3. Oh, look at this. We have the same opening for black in both games. Okay, but this time white plays the more correct direction. So I guess that's your difference between 16Q and 6Q right here, is that white knows that something's going on this side of the board. How do I feel about this? I'm not in love with it. I'd prefer to come and take the corner directly. Because if we play here, then white gets to play here, and this actually looks, I'd prefer white in this situation, quite honestly. And it all has to do with the fact that this thing is facing our other corner, and this stone in particular, I'll draw a little diamond around it, is undercutting this stone. So it's effectively having more of an effect on reducing this side. It's actually one line closer than this stone is reducing this side. So yeah, I think this is a good opening for white here. So Steven, we're a little bit behind already. Oh, let me fix the tree. Oh, right, you played low, but similar thing. White came there. This is perfectly fine. Pincer, yep, pincer is fine. Again, this would also have been acceptable response. This is probably not an acceptable response for white. Also not, a little unusual here for black. I would expect a black move here, Steven. This stone, you know, you don't want to make white strong over here so white can then counterattack this stone. So I think it's best just to cover here, let white live in your corner, and then just take the outside. The outside's very valuable in this game right now. Okay, so white's going to take the corner anyway. And you cut off that way. Well, maybe you're actually going to get a good result here. This is actually looking very similar. If you guys remember the last game of the 16Q, this is actually, if white plays here, this is very similar to one of the other variations we looked at. But white's going to try to come this way first. Oh, so we're letting white connect. All right, so connecting seemed bigger, and white being live in the corner. I think this is playable, right? Because now white needs to play a move like this. You can play a move like this to sort of seal. I think this is reasonable for black. All right, so white played that way. It's a little less efficient, but it's okay. I feel like covering this stone is pretty big right now. I think this might be, I mean, this is a good move, but I'm a little, maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe, I don't know what white's follow-up is, though. Because this isn't even that good because of this sequence. Right, so it's not like white can even jump out very quickly. So, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. I mean, I don't know, this feels a little strange for white. Oh, so you're going to play double pincer now, all right. I guess when in Rome. All right, and this time white's going to play a more similar variation to what I would be expecting. Okay, so jump in the corner directly. Sure, sure. Here first, I think. If you really want to play this way, well, I guess you're basically just inviting the same kind of variation as this one, right? Because now you just link up over here. Or maybe you play this one. I don't know, that's kind of weird. You guys are sort of like polluting each other's minds with like very similar ideas, but whoever does it the second time gets a slightly better result, it feels like. Okay, so white's going to block. I think this shape is slightly better. Because even in this shape, white wants to play here, right? So if you play this shape, white gets to play here for free. And if you play my shape, whoops, where's my shape? White has to play here in Gote, because you don't want to play here now, right? So slight shape difference. White plays there. This feels bad. Feels like white should take this Atari and immediately come this way. Play bigger. I guess that's your opponent. Oh, my phone's ringing. Hold on. Let me pause the video. Sorry about that. Someone was supposed to call me earlier and they never did, so it's all good now. Anyway, where were we? Black had just come here, huh? How do we feel about that? Well, first, let's go back a second. Like we already said, this white move feels really slow. I guess this move's pretty big, but coming on this, feels like this side is also now quite large, just because white didn't play there. But no, actually, I like your move. I think that's bigger. Okay, and there's actually no real reason to cut through here to play this Joseki. Good, so that's not what happened. Yep, I mean, just live along here. The side is actually okay, because we already have a stone here. So, although actually cutting through maybe isn't that bad either, if we're worried about this area getting too large, so that's a possibility, but I think this is fine. We just want to live and try to get Sente back. Oh man, this is not really like a Joseki, is it, anymore? Yeah, I think I like this for black. Ooh, dear. Feels like white has to play at least here, right? I don't know, the shape seems weird. Black looks pretty comfortable after this now. Oh, but we're going to cut. Oh, yeah, there's a defect, huh? Well, that's the advantage of pulling back, is it immediately exposes this defect. So I think black should just have played here. Now there's no defect. If we play here and white cuts, we don't have a great solution. We could do this. This technically works, but only kind of barely. Yeah, we can just connect there. No, we can't connect there. That loses the capturing race. If we play here, there is the nope, that doesn't do anything either. All right, so yeah, so it actually turns out this is more important than I realized. Yeah, so white just cuts. So do we have to play this way? That's what happens in the game. And we go down. Do we have enough liberties? I don't think you can play this way. Here, let's play it out. I assume white goes here. I assume you come here. I assume white comes here. Yep, this is all game. That's not a good idea. Like, best case scenario would be this, right? But this does not work. Whoops. Because of this sequence. And now this little stone can't live. Oh, wait, yes it can. Why am I so bad at the Go today? Huh, that's funny. That totally works, huh? Really? What if white just does this? That totally works as well. Huh, alright, maybe this doesn't work. How does white deal with this? If we play here, play here. Oh, can white play here first? Let's assume white can take that. And then, No, it still has enough liberties. Or, yeah. Wow, okay. I'm kind of shocking myself that this actually works for black just fine. We already looked at when white plays here, right? Oh, actually, if black plays here now, this move. That's the move. What if we do this? We can Atari, come here. That's, oh, maybe extend first. If we come here, white has a ladder. Now we play here? No, I think black's still fine. As dangerous as this is. Black needs to like give all this up though. This is going to be good for white in the end on the inside. All right, so anyway, I think white should be able to make these live in that last variation. All right, if we just pull back, right? If we come here, we come here, we come here, and then ladder, something like this. Yeah, all right. Well, in the actual game, we did that, which is not a good idea. Yeah, now white just lives easily. Is that the move? It's a little dangerous, actually, but that's very dangerous. Feels like just here is good enough, right? Because if we come here, we just come here, and now you're definitely dead. I think just this is the safest move. This looks dangerous to me. Okay. Whoa. Why isn't? Oh, I guess yeah. I guess this works too. Yeah. In this case, I think black should just come here and take the extra liberty, right? And then white kinda. Actually, white might even have to just come out like this, and then come here, and then come here, and maybe fight this ko. This is actually not a real ko. Oh dear. All right, I think you just connect here. I think you get a much better result. At least you get some sort of result, because it feels like white has to come back. No, maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same. Yeah, because I guess this really doesn't do much if white just connects here. All right, because black's still captured in the corner. All right, so I guess it's the same. So you tried this. This is the same. Doesn't work. So black gives up. White captures. Yeah, that's a really good result for white then. What was the situation before this whole thing? There's the black was coming in at the 4-3 point. Yeah. Oh, this is a dangerous move. This is aggressive, but it's not easy for white either. So I guess you can play it. Before playing a move like this, I might try to, even though this is locally a bad move, I don't want to be too close to this wall, so I might try to find a way to reinforce my shape and get away from it a little bit to try to use these stones. So I like this in spirit very much. Why hasn't white taken this Atari yet is my next question. This is such a good move that should have been taken so long ago that helps out all these shapes when white counterattacks you. But anyway, white's not taking it for some reason, so good for you, I guess. Is that way correct? It feels like this way is better. Again, you're trying to split this and use this wall. If you come this way, there's a chance white might actually get too many moves over here. All right, maybe here, and then here. And then white basically has shape to get out. If black needs to come back and connect, then maybe white plays there. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I would be very hesitant to give the primary thing that you're attacking too much wiggle room. You could say, well, you're going to lean on these two to come back and attack this, but I'm not sure if you need to do that. I'm not sure if he can't just attack directly. This is a bad exchange for white, no? That's a bad exchange for white. These are all bad exchanges for white. Is that necessary? Why don't we just make sure there's no funny business down here? Because right now, if white pushes in, there's nothing. There's also peeps at white's shape. So, I don't know, this seems a little slack. Oh, white's going to play a slow move. Ooh, all right, so this is a good time to look at the direction. You played here, but this is assuming that, you know, white can't get out and attack you at the same time. So I play there? No, what does white do? White pushes right now, okay. But here's a conceptual thing, right? If we have a weak group right here, you know, this whole thing is our weakness that we have to protect. When we take this, we're sort of encouraging white's weakness to come out and start attacking us again. Where I would much rather, you know, probably just make sure we're safe, something like this, and then come back here and start poking at white's shape and try to attack this white. Although maybe you're saying, maybe the idea here is that, hey, we're going to attack both simultaneously and you can get this in for free. And so that way I guess you keep more pressure on both this and this. Yeah, I guess I'll take back what I said. I think that's valid. I think that's valid. Okay, all right, so white pokes, you have prepared this little jump. But that does give white an eye, right? Whenever white wants. This is the problem, is it actually, while it keeps him disconnected, it gives white shape later, or at least potential for eye shape. Oh, is that a good move? That doesn't feel like a good move. Feels like here this is just what we want to do. We don't want to give white any more free moves. Or I guess, you know, white still gets another free move over down here, but it's really not terrible. All right, so we play there. White takes, all right, white spends the free move that way. My question is, what if white spends the free move this way? And do you take? If you take, there's this little problem. Where now all of a sudden we have this tiny group on the inside that looks like it's going to die. Oh, actually, I guess you can always make it live, right? Like this. Oh, and that's living in, no, that's alive, huh? Just alive. So I guess there's that. But that does completely disconnect the rest of the stick. What's the other possibility here? If white pokes here, if we do this, we don't want to connect white's groups, so we'd have to cut here, but then white gets this, and now we're definitely going to die on the inside. There's still this capturing race, I guess. But it looks like black needs 2 moves to really surround it. So, I don't know, this shape looks really weak to me. But white defends this way, which does give us a moment just to fix. Yeah, the question is it any better to fix this way? I guess it's marginally better to fix this way, actually. Because later on, let's say white plays another move, sure. We do have this type of sequence to cause some trouble. Also feels like white should poke this immediately. All right, so now white gets out, black gets out. We got ourselves a little running fight right here. What? Why is white going over there right now? Just threaten to kill all of this by leaning on this stone. You protected there, which feels real lackluster, because now white just plays here and is basically alive. At least has one of his worries taken care of. Only has 1 worry left. White's gonna be greedy. Okay, yeah, split. White was too greedy. Why? All right, come on, come over here. Just do something over here to you know, make white cry. This makes you stronger and threatens to kill all this. These 2 stones are not that important, right? This stone is already alive. This one's not, right? Black can still separate here, but in that sequence I showed you earlier. We're still fighting over this. Why are we still fighting over this? Okay, finally someone played a move in the relevant area of the board. But we did get an extra move in. Does that give us potential to split? How about here? It's not what happened in the game. This white comes out that way, but now we have this poke. Right? Ta-da! Black happy. Why is no one... I don't know. Alright, so now black's going to try to separate. White's going to block. Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, okay. White makes shape. Black should Atari. Is there a way to... Oh, I guess white can make something like shape and Santtu over here to get an eye. That doesn't actually kill. White just plays here. Well, that's too bad. If we did this first, it's going to be ko, right? Or actually, but this is the sequence I'm really scared of. We have to poke here right now, right? Well, yeah, this is good for white because we have to protect two sides. If we go here, whoops, take the stone. We have this Atari, and then we have this thing. It's kind of ko-like. Kind of ko-like. But that's a super dangerous ko. We could have had such a nice, easier ko. Alright, anyway. Black needed to not do any of this crap. These aren't bad moves per se, but it's not what's important. Right now, there's 3 weak groups on the board, white, black, white. This is not at all important. No one should ever be playing over here during that whole sequence, and you guys managed to play 5 moves over there before you came back. So really big missed opportunity for both players. That doesn't kill anything. That doesn't kill anything. All right, but the good news is you're pretty much connected. White, and actually the really good news is I guess you're connected and now you have a new attack. It's not as good as the old attack because there's still some Aji left, but hey. All right, yeah. Well, yeah, you need this exchange to keep the pressure on this, but this is sad because remember you could have cut this stone off anyway, and now you can't. Well, I guess you can, but it's really painful because then white gets to capture these two. If you're looking at these sequences, right? So here, if we go back a second, right, earlier we had the option to either cut this off or this. I mean, I guess you have to do it because you really don't want to give white this connection. So I mean, you picked right, but that just totally basically swallows up, whoops, these 2 stones. I don't know. So it feels like white got away with something here because white was able to sort of get things on both sides. But I guess if we kill here, then it's all worthwhile. Black, oh, we defended that way. Okay, so now we can definitely cut there again. But it looks like white's on its way to living. All right, so now we come back to the other really important group that we've been ignoring forever. And, ooh, this is promising. All right, so was this the... I mean, granted, I think you should come over here, but I think you should play a more severe move. Something like this, or maybe even back up once. I guess the real potential for a problem is here. But I think you're okay. I don't think this cut is really that valuable for white since you have this. Now the question is, can white get this in Santtu? It still threatens to link up, right? So white can take all these Santtu moves here. And this cut is still not really a thing. But it is a lot of Santtu. Like, oh my gosh, look at the Santtu for white. Does that live? Oh, right. We played that move earlier instead of this one. So which means white should be able to get that for free and live. Anything we can do here with the shape? I mean, here's the shape point, right? But it this doesn't work. If we collapse this, still doesn't really work. Yeah, because white has that, there's nothing there. All right, let's go back to the game. What did you guys actually do? You came there, white jumped out. Okay, good. We're using the little bit of a wall we have here, and white gives up. Okay. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's good. Because that was the last place where white could guarantee himself an eye. Okay. Oh, but this is a different situation because I thought, right, in my variation you had a stone here, and now you have it further away. Does this work? If white just plays here, which is what happened. Yeah, now what? I guess it's only a false eye, but we're giving white, I mean, this is a lot of reading, and maybe again, I haven't read any of this, but we're giving white extra outside liberties and leaving ourselves weaknesses. And we're a lot closer to linking up to this stone, Not that you can do it directly, but there's enough weaknesses, you can do anything. All right, so then you play there to try to reduce eye space. Okay, seemed reasonable. Does it work? Yeah, why did white never take that Atari? Oh, yeah, there's a weakness there still. All right, so you defend. What is that? I guess that's threatening 2 eyes, though. That is a Santtu move, as strange as it looks. What else can white do? Feels like white needs to play here. Because this is Santtu and it separates, and potentially you can still, threaten things here. Do you guys see how this is Santtu? Right, you don't have any time to do anything like this. Because all white has to do is play here and white's alive. If you block on this side, we have this Tsuji. Ta-da! And of course, if black fixes the shape, white connects. Do not play this Atari unless you can kill the rest of the corner. That Atari is very bad in this situation, right? This is the Tsuji. So, all right, so you went back and fixed, and then white played this weird thing. Yep, and you just poked it out. Yep, doesn't quite work for black. Wait, what? That's not a move. Why are you playing this now? You need to do this, like, immediately, right? Oh, maybe this doesn't work anyway. Oh, this doesn't work anyway. Because you have to play there and then white can just kill you. There's no other moves here, right? This is just alive then after this. Wow. Alright, so then I guess your Tanuki's really good. And where did we go wrong? Was this move really that good? If we play here, this just lives. Whoops. Huh. This might have been like the move of the game, man. What am I missing? When you come back here, this would be the move to kill, but then we have this problem. Oh, right, we could play this way. Yeah. Oh, but then that gets captured that way. Yeah, this is no good. This is amazing. Wow. Oh, wait, we're idiot. I'm an idiot. No. This is why I shouldn't do this late at night. This is a false eye. Right? There's only one eye here. White's dead. Okay. I just wasted like 90 seconds of all of your lives. You guys probably screamed at the screen for a good long while. Alright, so that's a false eye. Do we have any other problems that white can take advantage of? Doesn't seem like it. White still should take this. guess playing that is best. This thing. We also have this one. This one. Actually, probably better to play here. If we just connect there, there. Seki. So Seki means death to white. So maybe we're okay. All right, well. Okay, so black says Tanuki, which is looking good right now. Oh, wait, you... Really? Yeah, I guess this move didn't change the situation at all. I'm still looking at things like this, though, for white as potentially causing some havoc. Was that the game? Oh my gosh, that was the game. All right, so black, white, pokes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This move's Sente, remember? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes. Yes. No! This one only makes ko, right? That's just ko. That's just alive. Yeah, but the ko. There's a ko here. Okay. Is that necessary? Not necessary, right? What? Why? Okay, I guess you can take that first. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not freaking out yet. It's Sente. Okay. Okay, this is okay. Why isn't white playing this ko? These would all be like ko threats. Wait, is white out? What happened? Wait. How did white get out? White played here, there. Here, there. Do we have to play there? Oh, we have... White does have a little bit of Aji right here. What if we play here? Well, that's really nothing, right? Because we play here, we play there. Oh, no, but it is something because white plays here first. I see. Nope, because that's... Nope, that's not Sente either. Oh, it's double... That's crazy. Double Atari. Alright, so that was complicated. That's if we play there instead of there. Alright, if we play your way in game, white got there. I guess that exchange is okay. Yep, and then you played there, and then white's out, huh? Wow. Yeah, so again, this Aji, I mean, remember this false eye thing that we tried really hard to poke out and was like, but there's now Aji on the outside. Well, let's come back. So white's going to make it live that way. White's not even... And still, white has this ko in his back pocket. Right? Ko right here. To link up if white ever gets in trouble again with this group. Well... White links up. Okay, so black comes back. Did we have to link up? What if we played this? Oh, that's Atari. So that link... Oh, yeah. So why didn't black just take this Atari beforehand? First thing, black should cut this. Black can just take all this right now. And if black does, and then just plays... There? No, that doesn't work. It doesn't make two eyes. Interesting. Maybe there, and then fight this. I don't think this is much of a fight, actually. I don't think white can get out of here. This is all surrounded by black. What if white just pushes, push. Still has to come back here. Yeah, I don't think white has anywhere to go. White doesn't have liberties. All right, so white should basically be wrecked over here. Or let's put it this way. Black should be fine here, but white should play this ko. So this thing's still going to come down to ko. in my variation. In your variation, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I see that makes another eye. But white's, what? You guys, why not just capture this? All right, well, fine. All right, so white is squirming around so much. Good. What? Why? This is a ko. You guys read out all the ko threats? All right. It was tough reading everything out. But what about this? Did you read this? So, all right, sure. All right, well, I think you had a good game. Let's go back and let's see. Let's point out some obvious things. What do you need to work on, Steven? This was strange for white to do. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine for you. I'm not sure if there's a real reason to double approach here, actually. I think you're fine this way. You'd even just play this one, if you just want to play the super simple one. I think this is a fine result for you because you get the next move. So, no need, but this is okay. Yeah, and your shape here was a little bit strange. Yeah, I think this is Joseki. That's okay. White played slow. Here, how did we get into trouble? This was like the first time you actually got a big loss. All right, we got in trouble because we didn't protect this cut. Even if this stone is one line closer, it still protects the cut perfectly, right? No problem. But here, and then you went that way. If we just go this way, actually this way is still playable. We didn't even look at this variation sooner, but this way white still doesn't really have a good sequence here. Because you have an extra move, white has no base and has to come over here. So I guess you need a couple moves, but that's not unreasonable. Yeah, this was the first really tragic move of the game, I think, for black. Move 49. This just gave white entirely too much momentum in a corner. And again here, I don't know. I don't want to be attacked severely, so I just kind of want to make white heavy and then get out. And if white doesn't come over here, or if white does come over there, then I get to play a move like this. If white, on the other hand, wants to come out this way, can we play this one? I think this one's playable. We can just cap here. If white still wants to get out, then we can come over here and just eat these 3 stones. There is potential for some cuts, I suppose, but this stone here will be very useful. If black wants that, that's fine. And we'll just eat these 3 stones in this entire half of the board. So anyway, this whole fight, I guess, is really the game, right? And your handling of this was a little suboptimal. I guess this move, I complained about it early on because it felt like bad direction, right? Because I guess it's 2 weak groups to 2 weak groups is one way to think about it, if you consider this to be weak. Right, weak white, weak black. And this isn't that weak because, again, we still always have this linking up move. So I'm maybe prematurely calling this weak. So, you know, this move's probably acceptable. But I still want to play another shape. I want to play a peep down here first just to help protect this cut and make sure these 2 are separated. Would have probably been the differences in our styles. Yep. And, yep, here this is, even though this is bad shape for black, I think you have to play it because the follow-ups, this actually gives you more follow-ups and gives white less follow-ups, even though it's bad shape. I guess it's really not that bad, actually. It gives you an eye, right? It gives you, yeah, it's actually a guaranteed eye if we want it. Well, this one doesn't. So, yeah, it feels weird. This move feels weird. Like, it just looks strange. Like, let's play in the obvious place to play in the middle of everything. But it's totally the right move. So that would have been a tremendously big difference. I know you eventually sort of got the win anyway, but I think it was mainly because your opponent didn't see some things like that ko. or that Sente descent rather than the Atari. Yeah, this is the part of the game that you guys piss me off. Direction of play is really important. This stone, not that important. This group, this group, this group, all very, very important. If white wants to come over here, you need to punish that. So, you know, if anything, I think the big thing I want you to learn from this game is, you know where the weak groups are, and if your opponent jumps away from a weak group, don't try to respond with a conventional kind of best local response. Find the response that punishes the most globally, that makes white squirm in an area where white doesn't really want to squirm, so you can come back and just lay the sledgehammer down on this side. So I think that was the big thing this game. But yeah, pretty nice game. I mean, there was some interesting quasi-Joseki formed. But yeah, fun one to watch. All right, I think I got one more game here. This is a game by Santtu, and we've recorded a few games by Santtu before. I don't remember the last time. I think was Santtu, were you 7K the last game I reviewed? I think, if not, I mean, the problem is I reviewed a few games, so I can't remember what your last rank was, but you've definitely gone up a stone or two since I first started reviewing your games. This is, let's see, he says, I am playing with the local Go Club where it's recorded. Both players around 7K. If the ranks, neither has played online in a long while. Okay. Black has been at least 6K, but not played in a while. Okay, so you guys actually used the clock. That's cool. Let's see how you guys did. Okay, so far, a pretty nice opening. Sure. Nice direction. Yeah, very good direction. No, this is very good. Let me make the tree bigger. Yep, this is fine. Oh, very loose. Okay. Yeah, so here, normally, this is fine. Oh, that's not what you did. The reason why this is fine, if we play out this Joseki, is that normally, when we see this Joseki, black has a stone one line closer. And when black has a stone one line closer, that means this stone really doesn't have a huge effect on anything. Because if it goes out, you can always connect up. If it comes down, you can come over the top. But with this stone being one line further away, the relationship between these two black groups is actually a little more tenuous, and this white stone can cause more trouble. So this is why this Joseki is fine here. In the game, you jumped out. That's a bad jump. I think that's not too reasonable of a move in this case. The other move, you could have also considered switching directions. I think either of these have also been okay. I think the jump here is pretty much definitely wrong. Because what are you hoping to achieve, right? This stone is far away. It's hard to attack a stone that's far away from your jump. If it's closer, then yes, we can counterattack and lean on it and do things. But further away, much more difficult to get shape. And while we're getting shape, black is probably making something even more solid in this corner. Yeah, nice move for black. Okay, so if you play this one, you're saying we're going to come back and we're going to counterattack this stone, but we're making a very big investment. Oh, no, black should come out again. At least here. Oh, black could even potentially play here. This is, I think, a little bit slow for black, because now white should play here immediately. Good. Good. All right, so in the end, this should actually be a pretty good result for white. White Tanuki, or black Tanukis. Yeah, it really surprised you? Yeah, it feels like black should play another move somewhere down here, or even over here, and just attach and solidify. So it feels like a poor Tanuki. I'm not sure he needs to respond over here. I think he can play right here. Just attack. You can even just consider playing this, even though this is really bad shape. This solidifies everything and builds. It gives you a lot of potential if you want to play a more slower, peaceful way. I'm not really in love with the high move here, because black already has a stone that's pretty undercutting your potential. But it's playable. It's playable. Again, black should probably play a third line stone. This is probably not good. Yeah, I think the circle's better. No, I think this was better. Yeah, I mean, look, if you have one in circle and black's going to push you that anyway, then that gives you more space to work with. So black's going to come that way. He's going to try to limit your space. Sure. Ooh, is that a good timing? I think we want this move. This is the shape point between these two groups. And if black plays kind of a weak shape, you get another free move. And then you're basically out and alive. So if you play there, I guess if black just is pushed around, you do okay. Oh, black doesn't want to be pushed around. Oh, what a huge exchange. This is pretty intense, actually. Oh, bad peep. I don't, well, maybe the peep's okay? I don't know. I don't know, very tough. I think descending is important for Aji, right? Because what does white do here? I'm confused. If white goes this way, we just play this and capture? I guess by white, I mean you. If white plays this way, we just capture? So how does white not die here? I think you got away with murder. Eventually decided to endure it. Oh, you're talking about the capture of this. Well, you're already getting away with murder. So sure. What? Yep, I am surprised as well. Ooh, this is a bad exchange. Okay, white's going to take it, though, to try to live. Okay. Yeah, this corner just got a lot weaker. You may have missed the move order in the replay. Okay, well, sure. Yeah, this is a good shape point, actually. This almost makes white alive, so that's fair. But this Atari should still be got taken by now. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, there might be a better move here to threaten everything. The thing is, as long as this group is weak, this group is important, but also strong, right? So I guess it has both of those characteristics. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really wish you kind of got the shape point, though. Because especially if you get it earlier. Here, let's say you did get this earlier and you play here. You can also just like basically peep here for free, especially before these two stones are here. And black's move is kind of dumb. Then you come over here and then maybe come back and do something like this. I don't know. But is that necessary? What happens? Oh, yeah, black connects underneath, I see. Yeah, so it's important. But, oh, black's going to jump out. Wait, why is this do anything? It doesn't. I think it's just a free stone. It feels like we should take that, even though it might injure this group. It doesn't look like it injures the shape tremendously, especially after black's already played this, right? Because there's no really good, obvious way for black to cut this off. Oh, wait, yes, there is. Huh. There's this move, right? Yeah, yeah, I see. White can't Atari here because now this stone. Okay. So I guess that's why we don't want to take this, right? Because if we don't capture that stone, it turns out that we can totally play this now. All right, so my bad. Don't capture that stone. But it does make this Atari not worth that much. Well, I guess, no, I should say. It's worth a lot, but it's not. It's a big move, not an urgent move. Because it doesn't have any good follow-up. At least not compared to these local groups. All right, let's have more tea. Let's drink more tea. Yeah, so white gets out. I'm a little bit sad that black got shape in here. I'm also sad that white didn't get a move in over here. Why am I so sad? And played low instead of high? Oh. Yeah. Not really Joseki, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a very small mistake compared to some of the other things. Actually, there was a lot of notes here. Now I think about it, I might as well replay the move order. Oh, wait, we read that one, right? Okay. All right, jump out here. Yep. A little soft. Used half of the time and black was playing very quickly. Okay. Fun fact. That's not Joseki. What? I don't think you want a Tanuki. So I think you can play here first. I'm not sure if you're supposed to exchange this or not. This exchange looks natural. But maybe you should make black do it. And now we come back here. We come back here. Is this the move? This is this would be dead. Okay, that doesn't quite work. So I don't know, I still want to play something like this. And oh man, tough. If we had a little bit more, I'd feel better about jumping in here with something like this. I'm trying to either live or capture inside, but I don't think you have enough liberties to do it yet. So, how do we attack this? What about here? That doesn't really attack anything, that just seals it in Sente. How do we attack this? Well, we could always just play that. And then black plays here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can attack that. Maybe that's strong enough. But man, anything we play over here is going to be Sente. Alright, so you counter-pincered. I guess that's... I mean, this would have been a good stone to have earlier. Although earlier I would probably want it a little bit closer. Here. Or even here to this group. I think here we just play here as black. This actually ruins your shape quite a bit. I don't think you have a really good move, right? Because then you're forced making all these bad exchanges. And then maybe black jumps out like this. And if you want this, you play here. And then, I don't know, black finds a move to threaten that stone somehow. Not really sure. All right, but black jumps out. Okay, we talked about this a little bit. Oh dear, oh dear. What about this move? What about this move? Right, white stick dies, although you get a lot of compensation for it. All right, so what was the game? Game was... Wait, that was the game? Oh my gosh, good job, black. That was the game. What is that? I don't know what this is. Is it Tsuji? Very strange move. It doesn't really accomplish a whole lot. It just like ruins our corner Aji is all it does. All right, yeah, I think you can just play there. Of course, black's also giving the option to play here. And maybe set up some really big exchange like this where you cut into his side, but he gets in your Moyo. But I don't think you need to do that. I think you just play there. I think this is a bad exchange. And double Hane? Wait. Why not double Hane? No. Oh, I don't think this is a good Atari. Like, we just want this, right? And now black has defects. How does black fix all these defects? There? Well, that's kind of silly. Maybe he has to play there. And then maybe we just come back here. I guess we just play there. Take our corner and then think about getting this stone out. What? Wait a second. All right, so we Atari and black plays there, of all places. What's the problem with this? I mean, if white plays this, this actually just helped black a lot. There's still a little corner area to fight for. Yeah, I don't really actually know what the best way to take this stone off the board is. I feel like it's that. But the problem with this is it doesn't really pressure this stone enough, but man, it just makes all this pretty much your points. If we play this way, the problem is, yep, black gets this move basically for free. Yeah. And actually, I guess black doesn't even have to play this right now, because maybe black wants this too. You should play here. Black might be able to ask for a lot, but that doesn't seem very good. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Maybe that's a hair better than what you played. It's very similar. I'm not actually sure what's best. Okay, so white plays there, takes corner. It's big, but this feels bigger because it has follow-ups. Because we can turn all of this into points, even if black gets the corner. I mean, the corner is huge, but I mean, just check this out, right? We can even just cover. Oh, actually, we'd want to fight at that point, but I don't know. Probably that. See what black does over here, and then figure out what to do with that stone. If we take the corner, oh, I see. I see. You're reading that as Sente. Is it Sente though? What if black displays here? What does black do? I mean, you can do this. This is fine. But you can't save this? Maybe you guys just didn't realize that this actually protects the same cut. But that's okay. Black played super slow. Yep. Okay, so you expanded. So you actually ended up getting the corner and getting this too. So that was good for you, because interesting shape. What happens when white plays here? This is dangerous. If we play here, this is the real danger variation. Black seems like has to connect. And you can connect. Peep, cover. Yeah, maybe this doesn't work for white very well. All right, well, anyway, whoops. This is still, man, it's such a weak point. How does this not work? What if we just do this way directly? Yeah, white actually might be in trouble. All right, man. Tough situation. Can black do this? Or rather, can white do this and get anything? We can just cut off that stone. But black gets big compensation, so I wouldn't want to do that. This move, however, feels kind of weak. It feels like, you know, if we can get this stone to have any help whatsoever, that might also open up our options over here. All right, because it's not like black can come in, because we still have this Aji. You know, now that we're out. Fix that way. I know this feels pretty good as white, even though your shape has this problem. It's not a real problem. Anyway, this is very timid. This is saying, I have enough to win the game, you should resign. That's when you play this move. I'm not convinced you have enough to make black resign, especially since you lost this. So, black makes a couple bad exchanges and then comes back here. I think black should turn. Actually, this case, yeah, they're both valuable. Okay, so now you cut. Empty triangle. Why would black make an empty triangle? Is it really better than just doing this? Maybe it is. Wait, but if black empty triangles, there's the same sort of problem, right? If you come here and then here, I don't know, both your shapes are kind of stupid. But then there is this kind of oh no, black doesn't want to make that exchange. Black would make this exchange, if anything. Okay, all right. Oh my gosh, that's thin. Santtu, what are you doing here? Did you read your corner as safe? Were you happy with the health of your corner? This is a really dangerous move. There's no comment you give me about it. Alright, let's say black just plays here. What did black actually do? Black went there. That's pretty reasonable, actually, given the amount of Aji that's left. Yeah, actually, how did you get that so much Aji? Oh, because black played there right now. Black didn't fix. I guess that is maybe a nice thing about this move, is that black really does kind of have to do something else closer. Anyway. Oh, recording. Okay, so black's gonna give you the outside. Nope, that doesn't work. What are you doing here? You're trying to save these? But they cannot be saved. What? Alright, so black thinks you can kill him, apparently, and needs to get out. Like, this move would be okay if black didn't already connect over here and needed to help out these 3 stones. But now you can actually save these. That's not really a move. Oh, I see. You didn't... There is a potential for Ko here. But what if black just does this? Then what? Oh. Well, that's interesting. What a nice, cool move. So if black goes there... that doesn't actually work, though. Never mind. Doesn't work at all. Oh, never mind. I was looking at reading this and saying, well, wait, if white can play here and black has to respond here, white can save his group this way and not have to go that way because there's a snapback. But that's totally not the case. Black can just capture that stone. Alright, so I think that's nothing. Wait, what's the game? Black connected that way, though. That's still not really anything. If you're going to do all this, you should take the Ko, right? Or at least threaten Ko. Because then you get moves. Black's connecting there. Hey, this is like something now. Whoa, no, don't close, don't close. It's something. Here, black was in Byomi, and white had 10 minutes, and then black resigned. Yeah, I'm not really, How did this happen? Right, so what did I miss? You played there, and black played there. Okay, and then you played there. And what's preventing black from playing here? If white saves this... Oh, I see. Well, no, there's still... Black just takes here, right? So you need to fight this Ko. Atari. So let's say white can't really fight this Ko. Let's say white... Or sorry, black can't really fight this Ko. So if you just connect... Worst case scenario... I guess if he's in time trouble, that would make it very difficult. We can't really play here, though, is the thing. Well, I guess it goes back to this Ko thing. Check out that Ko threat. Huh. Alright, let's go back. Again, I don't think this should have ever been a thing, because black should have just gone there. Alright, and now there is nothing. Well, there is the thing that happens that... There is this part, this thing. So you get all this reduction. You can't throw in because the black can just make another eye. But it does give you good endgame. There's this good endgame there. But anyway, you guys managed to turn that into a thing. So what did we learn from this game? What did we learn? Let's learn something. Yeah, I don't think jumping out here is good. Again, you're on black side of the board. You should be happy to just make black play some inefficient moves. So here, yeah, just be happy. This is a funny spacing for black to deal with. Okay, and then when you do jump out though, however, I think you do end up getting a good result. If we can respond here locally, I might even just play that. Just preventing black from making anything big here, so you can attack this later and you don't have to worry. Alright, before you jump in, you might be able to make this exchange. Black is still kind of weak over here. You've gained over here. I don't know, that's maybe very normal looking. Feels like black really needs another move here. So maybe this move's good, but again, or at least the timing of it is good. Maybe I'd still prefer the other point. Yeah, you missed a shape point here. I think you play here, I think you're fine. Because if black plays there, you get more moves there. If black plays there, you play here. And if you do this, then we jump out, and black's shape is kind of tough. And when you play this move actually reinforces all of your weak points here. Not that one. And this is a false eye, so black has no shape either. And basically you're threatening to play a move like this and make eyes. I'm not sure this is necessary. This, I mean, was pretty... This seems like the kind of thing like very high-level Go games kind of do, though, where white plays a move and black refuses to respond and plays for this giant exchange, which is what you guys did. I don't really like that move for black. Yeah, you got away with murder over here, by the way, too. You got very lucky here. This thing, black never took this move, which would have been useful. Right, because that would have made this move Sente, basically. Yeah, all right, and here, let's just go to the end and show you this move. This move doesn't link up. Because all black has to do is play here. And what do? Play here? Well, that doesn't work. Ta-da! You didn't link anything. This is still dead. Or at least should have been dead. So, I don't know what you were quite thinking here. This move is garbage. I think this is the worst move you played. this whole game. So yeah, so here's the lesson for all you watching. You know, if you know the monkey jump, you know this stone is connected to this stone. If you know the reverse monkey jump, you know this stone is connected to this stone, or even just the regular monkey jump, because you know this one's connected to this one, right? However, two monkey jumps do not connect. There's actually no connection here between this stone and this stone. And you can actually see that even if black just plays here. Right, there's nothing for white to do. You just play there, and black can come on either side, and you can't do anything. This doesn't connect. So, I guess that's the lesson. So anyway, Santtu, good win here. I'm proud of you. I think you got away with a little bit kind of murderous stuff. Everything in this corner, you kind of got away with a lot of stuff, actually. Between living here with a strong group, making this to a giant wall, between, like, getting this move and be able to link up and saving this group, like you got away with murder repeatedly. So I don't know what it was about this quadrant of the board, but your opponent did not punish you in any way. So even though you had a good win here, don't get too cocky. You were a little lucky. So anyway, thanks all for sending in the games. I thought these were good. We'll do another review video. I try to do at least one or two of these types of videos a month. I'm not sure how much you guys like watching these videos versus just regular games and/or just you know, my normal lecture, normal class videos. But I hope you do watch it, and I hope you do like it. If you really like it, I do hope you support these on Patreon. And again, for you know, some of I'll say majority of the videos I do get to review go to Patreon members, though not all of them. But it's just the Patreon subscribers I sort of give priority to, especially the ones that are gold level subscribers. So anyway, thanks all for sending them in, and we'll see you next time.